The question 1 of chapter 3 is so easy because it is a filling question. So, the question is, this chapter discusses many types of cost: opportunity cost, total cost, fixed cost, variable cost, average total cost, marginal cost, filling the types of cost that best complete each sentence. And question 8 is, what you give up in taking some action is called. First question, the answer is opportunity cost. We move to question B. Dog is falling when marginal cost is below it, and rising when marginal cost is above it. And with sentence B, the answer is average cost. And the question C is a cost that does not depend on the quantity produced is a fixed cost, and the fixed cost is the answer of this question. And D, in the ice cream industry in the short run, dog includes the cost of cream and sugar, but not the cost of the factory. And this answer of question is variable cost. And E, the question is profit equal total revenue is total cost. And the final is the cost of bringing an extra unit of output to the and the answer is marginal cost.
Next is question 6 from chapter 13. For the section A, we have the total cost equal with the fixed cost plus the variable cost. So the fixed cost will equal with the total cost minus the variable cost. That is 300 minus 0 is $300. So the fixed cost is $300. Come to the section B. We have a table here. 0 dozen pizzas is 300 and 1 dozen pizza is 350. So 350 minus 300 is 50. $50 it is the marginal cost per dozen pizza using the information on total cost. And so on, we have 390 minus 350 is 40. Next is 30, 40, and 50. Also, with information on variable cost, it will be 50 minus 0 is 50. And so next is 40, 30, 40, and 50. After all, we can say that the marginal cost using the information on total cost and variable cost are exactly the same.
Now we move to the chapter 14, and I'm going to take to answer the question number 1. Question number 1A, and this is my question. And now I will explain my answer. The rising in price of crude oil with the marginal cost upward. First, the supply curve shift to the left. This means the number of boats will be reduced. MC1 and ATC1 is a marginal cost and average total cost initially, respectively. And the intersection between S1 and P1 is an initial equilibrium. Catch the minimum of the initial average total cost, where each firm earns no economic profit. After the rising in price of crude oil, the equilibrium moved to the P2, where the product will sell with the higher price with the lower quantity. And as for to the marginal cost, to increase the willing to supply the quantity of goods, and the new price is less than the new average total cost, so the firm got the loss like this. This means that this is negative profit.
And now I will keep on a presentation about the profit of the bow maker in the short run and in the long run. Initially, in the short run, the number of bow makers remain unchanged, but equilibrium demand for bow would decrease, lead to the total producer surplus decrease as well, and in each individual firms make lower profit. On the contrary, in the long run, firms keep entering till zero profit are generated, and since the profit are lower, the condition of zero profit would reach for a lower number of firms.
My question is question 4 in chapter 14. They give us a bonds bearing, and they ask we in question A is calculate the average fixed cost, average variable cost, total cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. So here is the quantity produced. Here is the total fixed cost, which is not changed due to the quantity produced. This is total variable cost. So if you want to calculate average fixed cost, we pick the total fixed cost divide quantity produced, which is 100 divided 0 is not determinate. Similarly, we have 100 divided 1 is 100, 100 divided 2 is 50, 100 divided 3 is 33, 100 divided 4 is 25, 100 divided 5 is 20, 100 divided 6 is 70. And next, in calculate the average variable cost. The average variable cost is equal to total variable cost divided quantity produced, which is 0 divided 0 is not determinate. 50 divided 1 is 50. 70 divided 2 is 35. 90 divided 3 is 30. 140 divided 4 is 35. 200 divided 5 is 40. 360 divided 6 is 60. So, if we want to calculate the total cost is equal to the total fixed cost plus the total variable cost, which is 100 plus 0 is 100. 100 plus 50 is 150. 100 plus 70 is 170. 100 plus 90 is 190. 100 plus 140 is 240. 100 plus 200 is 300. 100 plus 360 is 460. We need to calculate the total cost because the marginal cost is equal to the total cost divided quantity produced. So now we just calculate the average total cost. The average total cost is equal to the average fixed cost plus the average variable cost, which is here is the not determinate, and 100 plus 50 is 150. 50 plus 35 is 85. 33 plus 30 is 63. 25 plus 35 is 60. 20 plus 40 is 60. And 17 plus 60 is 77. The marginal cost is the number in the middle of these two numbers of average total cost, like the total cost. Now the marginal cost is the number in the middle of the total cost. So it's easily to understand that you can pick the number here, subtract the number here, which is the number between 100 and 150 is 50. So here marginal cost is 50. The number between 150 and 170 is 20. So here is 20. And the number between 170 190 is 20. The number between 190 and 20 and 240 is 50. The number between 240 and 300 is 60. And the last one between 300 and 460 is 160. So now we will move to the question B. So we have this, the total revenue is $50 4 times, which is equal to 200, and the total cost at that time will be 60, and 4 times is equal to 240. If they close date to pay the fixed cost, and for the CEO, I would say no, because CEO shut down operation them on in the short run. Because you have fixed cost, they pay 100, which is much worse than the loss in the total revenue and the total cost, which is $40. It's better to stay in the market and have a loss of $40 instead of stay in the market and have a loss of $100. In the question C, at the first, total revenue is 50 equal to 50, but the total cost is 150 at that time. If they sell this $150, then our loss is $100. Definitely, it is not the best decision even the marginal cost is equal to the total or the marginal revenue, it doesn't have any sense because you have the same cost as you have the fixed cost at that time.
Chapter 14, Question A. The market for fertilizer is perfectly competitive. Firms in the market are producing output but are currently incurring economic loss. So the answer for the letter A is if firms are currently incurring loss, the price must be less than average total cost. However, because firms in the industries are currently producing output, the price must be greater than the average variable cost. If firms are maximizing profits, the price must be equal to marginal cost. So from the answer for the question A, we have to graph side by side to present situation for the typical firm and for the market. As you can see, the firm is currently producing Q1 units of output at the price of P1. And finally, for letter C, the answer is, as you can see in the figure, it also shows how the market will adjust in the long run because firms are incurring loss. There will be excess in this industry. This means that the market supply curve will serve in the left, increasing the price of the products. As the price rise, the remaining firm will increase quantity supply. Marginal cost will increase. As it will continue until the price is equal to minimum average total cost. Average total cost will be lower in the long run than in the short run. The total quantity supply in the market will fall